Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Factorio. This is the big rebuild episode, episode number 9 I do believe, which this is going to be an amazing episode. I've added one more accumulator here, I don't know why I had to tell you that, but I thought I may as well go ahead and do so. And I've been clearing out some aliens. Now you may see something on the map, that's because I've been doing a little bit of the rebuild that I said that we will be doing in this episode. And yeah, a lot of it will be finished up. I've gone by the design that Avoid used. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing it for the whole thing. I just thought it was quite neat what he's done, and I'll quickly show you what I've set up. It's nothing much, it's just the expanding setup that we are going to be using. And there's night time. But here is what we're going to be using. We're going to be doing things this way. We're going to have a line of copper coming down, which is then going to get separated so it's put onto both sides of the track all the way down here, and then we're going to have the iron on each side. Now for the iron, what I've done is I've separated it here to merge it into one line, and then that merged one line has been separated again into these two so we can put it on one side and the other, and then it's going to evenly distribute between the two lines. The reason why this one's less than that one is I forgot to connect some track here earlier, so that's why it hasn't caught up yet and things. But when this one does like more or less jam up and everything's go back up and things like that, you'll see shortly. But I'm just currently transferring over manually some materials into there to just truly show you what can happen, and we'll go get down to everything and down to business in just a moment. We're going to want to set up quite a lot of new things, do quite a lot of crafting that we're going to need to do. And I've been doing some research in between the episodes, as always, and things. So I haven't really done too much, but I've done quite a little bit of work. I'm just going to make up some of those assembly machines, get some things going on. And yeah, it's kind of getting good now. We've got quite a lot of steel. I'm storing it in a steel chest. I've added... Oh, I should go up and show you what the iron did that we set up in the last episode. And also, I fought some bad guys down here. It took me absolutely ages. They are stronger than us now. They've got the big worm guys, and there was not a single group there at all. This land was completely free, and then I seen a huge group of them. It took me ages to clear, and a lot of deaths. I had to roll back a lot of backups, auto saves and things, rolling in all the goodness, but... yeah, it took me ages to defeat him. I had to put lines and lines and lines of the walls and then gradually advance on. It took me about half an hour to clear all of the worms from this area. There were about 5 big worms and 6 little worms, not medium size, sorry, not little. But yeah, it was hard, and now that's done, I'm probably not going to have to do anything like that again, and that's why these are still here. So we'll sort out the electricity supply later on, but as you can see, it's what happens when the system backs up. Just going to gradually back up until it hits the top and backs up at the top, which you'll probably see in a moment. Let's just wait until it happens. And I'm sort of waiting. There we go. It's backed up. So we got some iron and copper left, which is good because we're going to need to use some of that. I'll just take that. For now, we can always put that back in. Actually, I'm going to leave that there so we've always got a supply, and I'll go and get some myself. But yeah, that's all I want to say about the attack and things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the resources together that we are going to need to build this base. And then we're going to do quite a bit of building on camera. And you're hopefully going to learn a few things about the game. Now, personally, I haven't done a lot of the building first hand before. This is all new experience to me. And a lot of these do need removing as well. That one... That one's now removed. Sorry about that, I had to quickly go. But yeah, we're just checking on how these, are holding up, and everything else looks fine. We can go ahead and remove this track right here, just that one. And I've also need to keep a check on the coal ones because we're starting to run out of where the coal is. We're almost done with these as well. We do need definite new sources of things, but if you look here, we're not getting at the sides because, well, all of these are done. That's the whole coal line done. I'm probably going to have to rearrange this so that we can make the most out of this coal, run the line a bit further towards this end. I'm not sure because that's a lot of space now, and it's going to be quite actually we could do with splitting this off. If I could actually grab one of those and this. Oh, by the way, I arranged my inventory in this way. We've got the attack tools on this side and the building construction tools here. These are hotkeys, so only things of that type can go in this slot. which are filtered. So yeah, we're now pushing back onto that side of the line, and that's obviously been used because of the boilers and things, which has been stopping things because they're not on that side, possibly meaning that we haven't got enough coal to keep things going. So I'm glad that I've just fixed that, but yeah, I'll have to have a relook at that setup. What was I going to do? I was going to show you the iron output from just them lines that we set up, and I'll show you how much is blocks. Bear in mind that these are steel chests. This is just from the time that I've been playing, setting up this since the last episode, which is, this one's been started in the same day that I finished the old one, and look at how full they are. 1, 2, 3, 4 full chests, nearly 5, 4.5 at least, and we're still pulling through. I believe some of these are deactivating though. I've had to clean them up and things. We're just trying to get the bare outskirts of it done, so that we can get other things readily made. There's a lot more research that we can do now. I'll have to have a look into which ones are the best to get done, and the big one I think is we're just going to do the alien technology, because it's something that we're going to need later on. Well, not later on, really soon actually. I've seen Asumavoid doing something similar, and I could actually, no, there's no point in adding another one to there, just because we best off having it further away, if that makes sense. We'll get to all of that, but yeah, that's a crazy amount of steel right there, and I've still left in some of the works from when I attacked those bad guys. I'm probably not going to remove those just because there's not really too much point in doing that. And I'm going to keep adding in the turrets up this side. I'm going to actually do a bit of that on camera right now. If I just, well, all the electricity's in place, you just got to go like this, and I'm leaving a supply of 12 in my inventory just to make sure we've got a decent amount. But yeah, we've had to have added in these things to make more gears and split things off, because we're not able to make these tracks fast enough to keep up. I added another one of these at the end, so we've got more storage overall. Different things like that, and yeah, things seem to be holding pretty nicely so far. I'll have to have a look to see what we can do, but yeah, that is going to be it for now. So what I'll do is I'll craft up the things that we're going to need, which are the assembly machines, sorry, and then I'll get to work. So I'll catch you all in a little bit. Bye-bye. So I wanted to do a lot of the building off camera, but I've gone ahead and done quite a little bit of it. This is the lines for the iron gears, and let's go ahead and select the iron gears just to check that this system can do them, and hopefully it can do them reasonably fast as well. It's already looking like it. What we've got here is we've got a line with iron coming in, split it off from here, if that makes sense. We're taking it under there, and this one's going to come back over. So yeah, we're then splitting it back under, looping it onto both sides, and then this system down here. Now this one being full doesn't inhibit this one from being full, if that makes sense, and that's due to these being here. If these weren't here, then one side would fill up and it would wait for the next side to fill up because of the way that these output, if that makes sense. It does in my head at least, and I know what I'm talking about, but I hope that you guys do know what I'm talking about too. And tiny bit of lag spike right there. It's can't really help the lag at times, but yeah, this is the iron gear section, which is quite good. We've got now iron gears around the clock, which is absolutely amazing. We're now going to do everything else that we need to get set up, which would be the other things that use iron gears. We're going to run iron gears over the top of everything else, and then we're just going to keep putting in the electric wires, the poles, sorry, and on each one we're just going to have a lamp to light things up to see what we're doing. And yeah, that's how we're going to run things, slightly like this, and that's going to make for absolutely great system. I've topped this up with iron because it did run out, so it's currently just refilling the system, and we're still backed up with copper, so we'll start using copper eventually, but currently this is the system for the iron, and it's just going in and it's going to make the gears. So eventually it will back up when all this line does back up, and at which point I'm not really going to be too bothered if it backs up, because this system is going to be able to hold itself throughout everything, and this is eventually going to be our full research system. This is what we're starting to produce, and this is how we want to run things. So I'll get to work, see what else I can come up with, see what else we need to set up, and the next system will probably be done on camera. I'll just have a look at what we need to do for it, and then I'll be with you to build it together with you, which should be quite fun. I'm not doing it all around Asuma's design. This is, of course, Asuma Void's design and what he did, but all of the rest is just going to be essentially copies of this. And I'm not going to be watching the video or anything. I'm just going to go off what we need to build, when we need to build it, and our system like that. And I'll have to have a look at what to do. I want to make sure I do it in the correct way, but yeah, this should be fine and suitable for what we need to do. So we're just running the power down here through these cables that are going to support all the way along, and we've got quite a lot of area to expand into if need be, and the enemies are holding off, which is always a bonus. And I've added in, I believe you've seen this gate up here, so that we could just get in and out, transferring iron and things. But yeah, I'll just get to work, see what else we need to build, and I'll build the next one on camera and possibly a lot of it off camera, then come back and show you what I've done. We're probably not going to get the whole system done, but at least most of it up until the oils system, and then we can have a look at everything else. And then all this free space after we've done the system will be, well, over here will be used for a big smeltery with the electric furnaces. We're going to have all the ores that need smelting smelted over here, then they're going to be chugged along all the way down and into the system down here, which is going to be a great setup. I'm really enjoying playing Factorio right now, and this is, I wish I'd have done things like this from the start, because this is the best way to be doing it. And now you can see that the iron is backing up because we've got gears backed up on the lines all the way across, which is going to be great when we start making the other stuff. So I'll get to work, see what else we need to do, and then I'll catch you in a little bit. While just watching a tiny bit of a Asuma Void's video to see what he put into it, I discovered something that he pointed out would be great. If there's ever a shortage of iron on one side, then this little contraption here is going to make sure that that is not the case at all. And yeah, that's exactly what we are using this system for. It's going to split it off evenly, and that's something that I've just seen in his video that I thought that, why not add that in? That's kind of a good idea to do that kind of thing. So that's now in there, and yeah, I'm now going to look at what I said I was going to do, and I'll catch you in a moment. It's that time to do some building on camera. This time we're going to be making the copper coils. So we're going to place down the, well, I've already laid down those, but we're just going to have these output onto here like so, and then take them out from there. And this direction we're going to have them go like that, and on this side like that. So let's just take down these trees for now. There we go. That gives us some nice space to be building this thing, which hold on, actually we need to I know what we're doing here. We just need to add the power, which we're delivering power to this side for the very first time, so I'm not sure how I want to do it. I think that we'll just run it down like so. That makes a blind bit of sense. Should do. And I believe that's how I've done it on the top. Yeah. So now we just want to reverse everything that we did up the top area, placing the lights just there underneath those, is that right? Yeah. And then we're going to add the input lines underneath like that. I'll have to figure out where they're going to go. I'm just showing you the basics and how I built the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing, but how I built the system that we're currently using. And that lines up nicely, so we'll leave that like that for now, and then we'll set this into copper coil mode and just see how fast this can produce. We're going to have to split it off early on to check, which I believe we can do if we look here, grab ourselves a splitter, then we can line it into there. That makes sense, and then we'll do the same over here. I've noticed in videos that I say if that makes sense a lot. Probably really does make sense to you guys watching. I don't know, but there we go. There's the copper going into that area. And we've got the copper filling up here, we're back up at the top of the line, which is great. So we've got the copper coil going in there, and what's next? We're probably just going to want to run the whole line down, I believe. Hold on, actually we want to leave a 2 wide gap. That lines up perfectly. So if we run this line all the way across there possibly, and then we can grab these and output to there, and then this section can go like that. We'll grab a tiny hiccup there, like that, and then we can split that into one line. I'm not going to say if that makes sense because I'm too used to saying that, and I'm just going to let that lie because there's no point in keep repeating myself. If that makes sense, kind of talk, is not much point in doing that at all. And I'm not sure what we're going to be doing with this line after here. I think the next thing may be the advanced circuits, but I knew we needed some copper cable, so we've got that in place now. Copper cable is coming in, which is always good. And then we've got it. Oh, we've got some stacked up at the edge, which that will be sorted out by the machine itself. I'm not going to be the one to dictate where that can and cannot go. I cannot talk today. For some reason, it may not be just today. I don't know. I seem like I can't talk for most of the time when I make videos, which not really a good thing to not be able to do, to be honest, if I'm making this kind of content. But yeah, this system's turned out really well. I'm going to build some off camera now, and I'll be back with you when I've done some more to show. So I want to give quite a bit of talk about what I've done here. Pretty much copied a Silvervoid's design exactly, because this is quite a complicated one. I won't have to do that again, and I'm going to do the rest off my own back, because yeah, this is not good to just copy people's designs like this and things like that. So what we've got here is we've got the line, we're making these electronic circuits. There we go, I spat it out. And we're being put them onto the tracks, and the way that we're doing it is we are splitting up the coil here, sending it underneath and back down while taking the iron from both sides, and then half of it's going as normal so we can use the copper later on if need be, and then the copper's then being split again so we can have two going down, and that's going to make these advanced circuits, which is what we're currently making. The next job on the agenda is to make some steel. I want to get the steel processing going up here, and then I think I'll look into making some potions and other things like that so we can get more things going. And the steel is going to involve quite a few electric furnaces, so I'll have a look at crafting some of those if I can find them in the menu. I believe they're right there, so I just need to bob over, get some steel. But yeah, we've run out of tracks, so I need to craft some of those up. Probably going to have to get that automation going for the tracks and things, as yeah, it's taking quite a while. But there we go, there's some steel. I can now make two of those, and then I need some copper. So yeah, resources is something that we're going to need quite a lot of while doing this, but hopefully we should have the resources that we need after doing all of this at once, because this is an amazing setup. I'm really happy to get all of this done down this corner, and hopefully we can then take all the new iron down into this system, have the big furnaces that I'm wanting to do and everything, and it's going to be amazing when all this is done. I really can't wait to see when all of it's done. I had to replenish some of the iron stock and copper up there, and yeah, it does use it quite fast. So yeah, the next job is possibly going to be, well actually, why am I crafting these gears? I could take them from here because we've got quite an iron supply that these are being crafted well relatively quickly, and I could just stand at the end here and collect them all up like so. Yeah, I think I'll do that instead of crafting them this way. If I just click on there, I've got enough to make 50 some, not 50, what am I? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna sort this out because yeah, stuff's got cramped. But what I think I might do is plonk down one of these here as like the temporary setup that we had last time, and then what we're going to do is, I'll actually do it on camera because why not? A little bit of building on camera doesn't harm, does it? Let's add in that, wrong way round, and then it's going to output into this chest right here. So essentially what we're going to do is dump in all the rubbishy ones. Okay, alright, my inventory got kind of messed up there. Remember to never press control on my inventory because it all goes in at once. But yeah, so what we do then is we would set these up for the red mode, the fast ones, and then what we're going to do is take off the gears from here. So that's going to be fine for now, and yeah, I'll sort out the iron situation and things because that's a little bit daft. I'll have a look into all of that and things, but yeah. Should be able to get this going and have some fun with it, which is going to be a good system in the end. So yeah, I hope we can get something nice done. I'm going to craft up 203 of those belts, as you can see right there, and then put them into this system to automatically get the top of the range ones, if that's what they're called. I don't know what they're called, but I'll clean up my cyan, which I can actually do right now. And then I'm going to do the steel automation, and I'll catch you guys in just a moment. You have no idea how long I've been playing this game, trying to get things working, different bits and bobs going around. I've got the furnaces in for the steel. Steel's coming through down here, and I've started the process for the bottles, the science pack ones, and this is a really hard process. I can't really explain to you how hard this has been to put together. Trying to do my best to explain it. Essentially splitting off the copper here. It's going to come down, be re-splitted into these two lines, and then put into so there is only one on each side by using this setup here, and then we're funneling down the iron gears into this place, through here and back around. That took me absolutely ages to figure out how to do that. That was really complicated due to me just having one copper line. If we had two copper lines, we could just run it up and back down kind of solution, but yeah, different things happened in different ways, and now we've got this kind of situation, which means that we cannot generate there's kind of a buffer to this system, which I suppose we could do it where each one's independent, if that makes sense, where we're splitting them off around there, but it would still involve, I mean, we're running it down instead of doing what we did with the underground belts, if that makes sense, and that's good. Looking at this, it's really hard to fit them how we need them. I apologise if I'm sounding boring, it's because I'm in my own head, I'm trying to work it out as well. I think that we could possibly use the splitters here and instead place in one of these at one point, possibly like that, and then running it on and in. Although I don't know if that's even going to do anything. That's probably not even going to do anything at all. I'm trying to make them kind of independent of themselves, but essentially when that one stops, when this one produces too much, this one isn't independent, which this could actually be fixed by running them both under here. Now this is just an idea that I've just had just now while recording. I'm going to try it out on camera because it could be fun to see what happens. I'm just going to pick up all of these ones all the way up, and we're going to have to run the wire, the belt, sorry, downwards instead of upwards. So it comes down like that, across to the middle section ish, to middle-ish section. Then if we were to run it in like this kind of pattern and then split it into one, yes, we've now got two independent tracks, which is amazing. Exactly what I was just trying to achieve, and I fixed my own damage. There we go. I was just doing some research while implementing all of those, and I'll do that research there. So yeah, this is now, I guess, fixed. Come up with a solution to my own problem, I guess. And so now we can do what I want to do with these potions, which is running them underneath these tracks to put them onto the top side. Now I'll run it under first like that, and then secondly we'll have to run it like that, third like that. So we've got all the potions on the top side, because we're going to have our labs up here on the top side, and that is therefore why I'm doing that. Now we should be able to run all of these up here, and I know the episode is dragging on, so I'm going to wrap it up real soon. I'm so glad to have had a solution to that issue right there. I've gone two blocks too far. There we go. That is such a great system, and we've got the electric furnaces making materials as well. These are for the steel, but because we've got no iron left in the machine, because I kind of, well, I've just let it run out kind of thing, so we'll put some more in there onto the 2 tracks, because, well, you get the picture, but production's kind of low. I've not done a lot of these because it was using up a lot of the gears and I didn't want to do that. So these are still here ready to be made into the advanced tracks. We're not too short on the advanced tracks. I suppose we've only got, well, 46 left in total, but we're getting there. I'll say that, we are getting there, and this is one of the things that I'm going to want to do eventually. And I'll just lay down these tracks here, and I'm going to wrap up the episode here, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Off camera I'm going to be possibly doing the advanced potions, the next level ones. I really forget the names. Science Pack level 2 I believe it is. Let's just look that up quickly because I'm sick of forgetting names. Science Pack 2. Yep. So I'll get those done in between episodes possibly if I get the chance. I'm going to restock the iron and things, but this is essentially all the iron supplies that we have left. So yeah, we are eating away at our iron, and we're going to need that new system really soon, the new iron mining system, but still an awful lot of iron here to be mined, so we'll have a look at that and I'll see what I can come up with for everything else, possibly making an iron buffer system or something. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please do hit that like button. It has been a fun one and I've enjoyed making it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.